Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a deep spring cleaning of the house. This deep cleaning is long overdue and I've been looking forward to getting into the spaces that I've been avoiding and getting some good cleaning in. I'm going to be tackling areas that I've been avoiding for quite some time and get to several different areas of the house today. I'm going to start with making my mixture that I'm going to be using to deep clean my bathroom, particularly starting with my shower, floor, and walls. I'm adding warm water to white vinegar. I'm using about half a cup of white vinegar to the warm water. And then I'm also going to be adding a quarter cup of baking soda and mixing this together. You can use this mixture for lots of different areas of your house or a variation of it. I typically use this for my countertops, my sinks, my bathrooms, and then if I'm going to do my floors, I'll do white vinegar with dish soap instead of the baking soda. I love these brown glass bottles that I got off of Amazon. When I'm cleaning, I have one in the kitchen and then one that I use for the bathroom. This is a realistic deep spring clean because it does take me a few days to get through everything on my to-do list. Today I'm starting with the bathroom and kitchen. I have not cleaned my shower walls or grout in such a long time, but this mixture does a really good job if you give it a good scrub of getting off the oranges, rust, the residue, and all of the buildup. So I'm just spraying very thoroughly onto all the areas of the shower. You can see how much yucky buildup has been happening in this area. I'm going to let this mixture sit for about 20 to 30 minutes before I give it a good scrub down. So I'm going to move on to another household task while it's sitting, and then I'll come back and scrub everything down once the mixture has set into place. To clean my microwave, I'm doing water with some baking soda, putting it in the microwave for 1 minute, and then I'm gonna add some lemon slices to help with the smell, to give it a good scented smell in the microwave. I'm gonna microwave that for another 2 minutes and let it sit for a few minutes before I wipe it down. In the meantime, I'm using the mixture that I made earlier and cleaning our sink. We have a white sink, and honestly, this mixture does such a good job of keeping the sink white. The baking soda really helps with getting any stains that have built up on the sink off. I usually use the soft side of my Scrub Mommy sponge when I am cleaning my sink as well. I'm pulling out the drain and adding some dish soap down the drain just to make sure that there's no buildup of nasty smells down there from the food processor, and giving it a good scrub down. I'm going to do some decluttering in this bathroom, but first I'm going to go ahead and give my makeup brushes a good wash. Since it's been a while since I've done that, I'm just doing warm water with a little bit of dish soap and putting my makeup brushes in the water, swirling them around, and then I'm going to let them dry. One thing that I struggle with is feeling like I can't do deep cleaning unless my whole house is surface level clean first, which just doesn't make sense, especially with having little ones now. If I were to wait until my whole house was surface level clean before doing any deep cleaning, I would never get to deep cleaning. So I'm trying to put that mindset aside and just focus on what I can do today. I'm going through and looking to see which items we actually use every single day. If we don't use the item every day, then the bathroom counter is not where it belongs. I'm also throwing away any bottles or products that are running out or empty that don't belong here and need to go in the trash. So I'm making a pile of things that I'm keeping on the counter that I actually use every day, a pile of things that belong somewhere else that I need to put away, and then a pile for the trash. Now that I have way less items on the bathroom counter, it's so much easier to give this space a good wipe down and get rid of any residue that's been building up on the counter. One thing that I love doing and highly recommend is putting on some good worship music while cleaning. My go-to right now is Fresh Wind, What a Beautiful Name melody. One of the lyrics in the song says, "We need a fresh wind, pour your spirit out, a fragrance of heaven." And I love to just pray that over my house while I'm cleaning, that our home would have the fragrance of heaven and that he would pour his spirit out over us. It also gives me a great positive perspective of cleaning, so I don't feel like it's a burden but a joy to clean our home. At times, it can definitely be overwhelming to keep up with the household tasks and chores and the deep cleaning items with also taking care of little ones. So having that perspective change that I get to take care of this house that the Lord has given me just makes such a big difference. Now that the mixture has set in, I'm going in and I'm going to scrub down my bathroom, particularly the areas that have the most built up. I'm going in with the toothbrush in the areas that are harder to reach and scrubbing away, adding a little bit more of the mixture as I go. There's so many different fancy products that you can buy for cleaning, but honestly, a scrub daddy and a toothbrush goes a really long way. You can really see here how much muck is coming off just from a good scrub. It's actually changing the colors of the tile and the grout. A tip that I use when working with the scrub mommy is to dip it in water after every few minutes or so. It helps get the stains off of the walls when it's more soaked and wet than it is when it's dry. I did spend a lot of time on this item, really giving the bathroom a good scrub down. I think it took longer because I had waited so long before the last time I had cleaned the bathroom. I think if I had kept up with doing this maybe every few months or so, it wouldn't have taken as long to get a good scrub down of the area and to get all the stains and grout clean. So my goal is to try to do this every quarter rather than waiting so long in between. But with two littles, I'm also giving myself a lot of grace and not feeling bad for waiting so long before doing this. To me, deep cleaning is all about getting to places that I usually wouldn't get to, under things, moving things, working around things. And also now is a good time to go through and get rid of things that are empty or that I no longer need. Now that I've let this sit in the microwave for a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and clean it out with a wipe. The stuff and residue that was on the sides and inside of the microwave came off so easily because of letting the baking soda, vinegar, and lemon mixture sit in the microwave for just a few minutes. Makes it super easy to wipe down and get all the buildup off of inside of the microwave. And it also smells nice and fresh and lemony. The next spot that I'm organizing and decluttering is my vanity. I have so much stuff that I've just been throwing on this area without actually seeing if I need to keep all of these items. So I'm going through organizing, making a pile of things that I need to get rid of, things that are empty, things that don't belong here, and then just organizing the stuff that I want to keep on my vanity. My motto when organizing and decluttering is that everything in your house should have a home or a place that it belongs. That's going to avoid things getting thrown into a closet and just sitting there over time and never being used. These clear organizers that I use for my makeup and my hair clips are from Amazon. They have a bunch of different shapes and sizes, but I feel like they're easy to store things so you can see what's inside, so it's easy to grab and go and get what you need. After I put everything away, it's so much easier to wipe down the space now that I have minimal things on the counter. I have definitely not gone full minimalistic yet, but I am working towards living a more minimal lifestyle. I think it's important that we have grace on ourselves and not try to rush and change too much overnight, but rather make changes by doing one more healthy habit at a time. I think that's the best way to make real change is by taking it one little step at a time. It always feels so good to see the progress of having a clean space that used to be a mess. Laundry is not usually a part of my deep cleaning routine, but I did say that this was going to be a realistic deep clean routine, and I can't go a few days without getting laundry done, so I'm going to focus on just getting one load done today, folded and put away. I've been trying to do a load a day to keep the huge piles away. I didn't pull my camera out early enough, but I had to show you guys. We moved our mattress and gave a good sweep under the bed, and look how much dust was underneath our bed. I usually sweep underneath from the outside, but it's so different moving the mattress and really getting underneath. The last thing I'm doing for today is cleaning my walls. You can see I have a lot of scuff marks and markings on the walls, so I'm gonna try using my mop and just some warm water and a tad of dish soap and clean the walls using this mop hack. It worked really well. I was able to reach all the way to the top of the wall up to my high ceilings using the mop. Cleaning the walls is definitely a once a year thing for me. I don't feel like you need to do it all the time, but every so often it is good, and I think it really did a good job of brightening up the room and getting off some marks that I thought I was going to have to paint, but after cleaning I realized that a lot of the stuff wiped right off. Look at all this stuff that came off the walls and onto my mop. I'm starting today's deep cleaning with cleaning my plants. It has been quite some time since I have dusted off the leaves, so dust has built up over them. I have been slacking as a plant mom, so I'm going to catch up on that first, wiping the leaves and then giving my plants a good watering. I'm honestly surprised that this fig tree is still growing strong, but it's definitely due for a good watering. This plant looks like it's dying, but it actually just needs some water. I tried to focus on getting plants in my house that are very durable and can make it through seasons of drought for when it's hard for me to keep up with taking care of them. So even though these leaves look like they're dying, I'm just going to prune the old ones that are falling off, but the ones that are droopy after a night from giving it water, they'll refresh and look back alive again. I think this is called the Pathos plant. I'll have to look it up and see which one it was, but I love how durable this plant is and that I can water it every few weeks and it'll come back to life and look fresh and new after a good watering. This is what it looked like the next day. Moving on to my oven, I'm starting with the top of the oven, just putting some dish soap and giving it a good scrub down with my Scrub Daddy. I moisten the Scrub Daddy in the sink before going in and scrubbing down the top of the oven. It does a really good job of keeping it really clean and shiny. Moving on to my oven door, another spot that I have been avoiding for way too long. There's so much yucky buildup on it. So again, I'm using my baking soda, a little bit of warm water, and some dish soap. I'm gonna put it all over the oven door and let it sit for a little bit to soak in, and then I will give it a good scrub down after I let it soak for about 20 to 30 minutes. I felt like I needed a little bit more of the mixture, so I added some more to give it a thicker layer and spread it out with the Scrub Daddy. I'm going in with a razor and using this to get all of the crusty stuff that is stuck on the oven door off. It did a really good job of coming right off with this tool. I do think that I needed to do it maybe another time or two to really get everything off, but I was pressed for time, so I did the best that I could with the time that I have. But you can see just how much is coming off with one good scrub down. Our kitchen table has kind of become a place where things just get thrown on when really they don't belong there. So I'm going to start with clearing the kitchen table and then giving it a good wipe down. I'm also going to wipe down the chairs because a lot of times I wipe down the table but forget that crumbs and things fall on the chairs as well. One of my goals this year is to really gather around the table and eat meals together as a family. Sometimes it's breakfast, sometimes other days it's lunch or dinner, but I really want our dinner table or dining table to be a place where our family gathers together and makes good memories, and making it just a phone-free spot as well. When we sit to eat together, we try to turn off technology and just spend time as a family. I love that flowers freshen up any spot of the house, so I'm going to make a few little flower arrangements with this basket of flowers that I have. I'm just going to put it into mason jars and put it around the house to give it a fresh look for spring. Next, I'm taking a wipe and I'm going to get under spots that I don't usually get to, where things, crumbs, dirt just builds up. So I'm going to move appliances and get underneath the hard to get spots that I usually just go around, instead of taking the time to move things and really make sure that I get a deep clean. The last thing on my list for today's spring cleaning is this outdoor rug. It has so much dirt on it that it started to change colors. So I'm gonna try to get it off with some deep cleaning spray and some warm water. To be honest, I didn't think that this was working. When I was washing it down, I felt like there was still so much dirt on it. I tried scrubbing it, but I felt like the dirt wasn't coming off. But when I saw the before and after, I realized that with the water and the scrubbing and the all-purpose cleaner, that a lot of the dirt actually did come off. So I'll show you guys what it looked like afterwards. Not perfect, but a lot of progress. And if you don't get to everything on your list, make sure you celebrate what you do get to and the accomplishments that you did for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next cleaning video very soon. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for more videos.